from the credit repair company we opened, we converted to a funding company. Almost 400K.
Ruben, it's such a pleasure.
Ruben De Leon.
Ruben De Leon.
Why you keep hitting my line? I'm ignoring every time. Why they trying to take my shine? Put me right under the water, the wise. I got everything you like. Magic in the mic, magic in your life. Checking on my job, moving.
Awesome. So you said you're starting a funding company and you started with the program with me, Saleh, for the credit repair, right?
In the beginning, we started with the 8 weeks. We didn't know nothing about credit. And the 8 weeks give us the knowledge, I think, and the first push to start the business from credit. Then we joined to the credit course and we started to do credit repair for a client. And the second step from the credit course, from the credit repair company we opened, we converted to a funding company. So right now we're more focused to help to small to medium business owners to get funding and help them to scale the business through credit card.
Got it. Cool. So you transitioned from doing credit repair and you're strictly just focusing on funding for now?
Yeah, we're also gonna do credit repair, but our more focusing gonna be on small to medium business owners.
Got it. Yeah, that's a better clientele. I mean, the market for credit repair is obviously great, but it's better to have the ideal person who can qualify for a lot of funding, get them 100, 200K and charge 10%. It's easier to do that than to make that money from, signing up 20 credit repair clients. Not impossible, but the preference is do a few, funding applications and through some lenders for your clients and then get paid the 10, 20K. And then that's all you got to do.
Also, more than that, I think, so you see the business owner, help them to scale the business. We have some business owners need to buy some machine to scale the business and they don't have the cash for it. And after 6 months, when they have the credit and they bought the machine, the revenue of the business go up and they can use even the credit card, all they earn the rewards, from the credit card and travel for free. So.
Right. Absolutely. That's great. What, how many clients do you guys have right now for credit repair and for funding?
So funding right now, we have like 20 clients almost. And for credit, yeah, we have like around 50, something like that.
Cool. From the 20 clients, you already got them funded?
Yeah.
Like the total you've gotten people, like everybody combined?
Around almost 400K.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it'll spread pretty quickly because eventually people start talking, they have business partners, they have friends who also need to get funding as well. And if you incentivize them, tell them you'll give them 2%, maybe up to 10% that you charge or whatever your structure is, then you can grow pretty quickly from word of mouth. But no, that's great, brother. I'm glad to see that, some things that you learned are actually being implemented into, your actual business. So is this like your main money-making business right now? Or do you
yes, we also have 2 restaurants in San Francisco. So.
Oh, cool.
But
that's why you live there.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we love the city. So before the restaurant, we used to live there, but.
Got it. Got it. What are the restaurants?
You have one Mediterranean restaurant and one Italian restaurant.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. I love both of those types of food. So when I'm in San Francisco, I'll swing by.
Yeah. But the funding business is the main business. It's also for us, we see it in the future. It give us the opportunity to go for other businesses like real estate, stuff.
Right. Absolutely. Awesome, dude. Well, I'm fucking glad you're crushing it and things are going well. You can always reach out, dude, if you need support in anything, any guidance, maybe building your brand or whatever it is, dude. We're always here to support you.
Okay. Again. So what I also want to say is big thank you to you and Sean, you actually help us to open our mind, to the credit and save us, I think, tons of hours of reading and researching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Where were you before? Did you already have credit cards or what was your knowledge base around credit? Did you guys know you can get a bunch of credit cards and you just didn't know how? Or did you not even realize this was possible to get these credit cards and do all this?
No, I had a credit card, some credit cards, but I thought, if I get more credit cards, it's gonna hurt me. So
Mhm.
I have 2, 3 credit cards, that's it.
Oh, just retail ones like from stores?
No, I have like Amex card and I think Bank of America card, but that's it.
Yeah. Damn. What about your wife? Does she have a lot of credit cards or is she?
Same. Right now, yes, but she has the same like me.
That's awesome, dude. So what was like I'm just trying to get an understanding of like your reasoning for joining the first program, which was the 8-week, right? Our 8-week
Yep.
program. So like, did you join because you were curious on what we were teaching, or did you actually need to learn something specifically with like what we were doing because you knew it would help your business? Was it like strictly a curiosity thing, or was it strictly like you needed funding yourself?
So I think it's both, also curiosity, and also I think we know we're gonna learn something that help us to scale any kind of business we use. So
Mhm.
it's not for a funding or credit business. I think this one is for good for all kind of businesses, this knowledge.
Right.
So at our point, it will help us to open our mind in other type of businesses. And then from then you go to the credit businesses after we learn.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
it's great, dude. Like there's a lot to learn from it because you learn a lot of different industries that are kind of like recession proof, right? Like even funding and credit repair, now that you know how to do those services in times of like a crisis, those services will still continue to grow because people are still going to need it. So it's just good knowledge to have just in case like whatever the core business is that someone's in, let's say stops, right? Like something like a freaking black swan event, like COVID happens again and everything's closed. Whereas like the banks are still going to be open and then people are still going to need their credit fixed. So like those businesses thrive like in those types of economies. So it's a lot of good stuff to know. But dude, fucking great, man. How'd you find our page originally? I'm always curious how people like stumble upon our pages and then stumble upon like buying a program from us, if you remember.
I think I follow you and Sean like I think 6 months until we decide let's do it.
Yeah, that's funny. I tell
We
people
did
like
some
people.
course before, to be honest, we did some course before from other things I don't
Mhm.
want to mention, but they give you the knowledge, but a little bit, so you cannot do it too much. You have to still learn a lot and do the research and
Yeah, yeah,
spend money and time, I think.
got it. But the problem with that, like, the problem with programs where they teach you like enough to kind of understand, but they don't teach you enough to implement, is because there's so many different scenarios. And a lot of people who are teaching or coaching or training, they might not have a lot of experience. They just see it as a way to make money from selling people info. But the problem they face is they've never had all the experiences and they've never witnessed and like gone through the scenarios to be able to cater to everybody. That's why like with our programs, we talk a lot. Like I'm sure you know by the 8-week, like we talk a lot and some calls are very long. And the reason for that is because we're thinking of so many different scenarios that would fit like, because we know like when we're doing a training class, like when there's a group of people, something we say might only be applicable to some people because of where their credit is and because of like how much money they make. So from us understanding that, we stop ourselves and we also transition to like create a scenario and a plan for the person who might not work, who might not work for the plan that we had just spoke about. So there's a lot of scenarios, but I mean, that's typical for any kind of credit program is they don't go over all the scenarios. So you don't know what to implement for yourself because there could be a group of 10 people and like for example, like the credit card sequence thing, a credit card sequence works, but everyone's going to have their own. Like they're not going to like, there's no like, this is like a sheet of paper and there's 10 cards on here, go apply for these. That's not going to work for everybody. Because what if someone has 5 of the cards already? Then like what, they're supposed to just apply for 5? That doesn't make no sense. What if somebody only has 1 year of history? What if somebody has a bad relationship with Chase and they went to a collection in the past? They don't qualify for the first few Chase cards. Like there's so many different scenarios that people don't consider. Like they're endless, truthfully. Like a sequence, 10 people can want a sequence and all 10 sequences could be different because everyone has different credit profiles, different credit cards, and different relationships with banks. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad, dude, that, we talk a lot, but it was able to be like applicable for you and you were able to get a good result from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Also, one more thing, we just booked vacation to the Maldives.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you told me about that. When are you going?
Yeah, we're gonna be in there on May,
So what dates? Like early, late?
mid-May between 9 to the 16.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. You're gonna go to Dubai first and then go there?
Yes, we're gonna go through Dubai and then go back from Dubai, and everything we book, like the total cost I think of the trip is like almost 40K, and we only pay like 500K, for the
Points.
flights.
500K points, right?
Sorry, $500 for the
Oh,
flights.
$500. I was like, dang, because like it's funny because you said it should have been 40K, but we paid 500K. I was like, that's
Yeah,
not
so
right.
it's 40K dollar, and we only
Yeah.
pay 500.
That's for the flights, for the trip, and for Dubai.
We fly first class in the Emirates, and we stay in the Ritz-Carlton, Maldives.
Nice. It's gonna be you and your wife.
Yep.
Dude, you guys are gonna freaking love it. That's awesome. Make sure you send me pictures when you guys are there. Send me pictures in the plane too, because that's my
Yeah.
favorite flight, bro. Like there's a lot of like other flights, like Singapore first class, like they have this specific
nice.
flight where you can do like the giant apartments and like have like a full king size bed. I haven't done that one yet, but as of now, Emirates first is my favorite. So that's awesome, dude. I'm glad you were able to do that for you guys and save a lot of money. For me, so it's great we save all this money, but once you get to Maldives, it's you can't hack the food. You got to pay for the food. You got to pay for the drinks.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, until I find a way to not do that, I'll let you know whenever I do that.
But it's only food and drinks instead of flight, first class, and the hotel.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, dude. So cool.